multiple organ failure, multiple organ failure, multiple organ failure. I decree, let it be reversed right now. Let it be reversed. Let it be reversed. Let it be reversed. Let it be reversed.
What God cannot do does not exist. Hi, Pastor Jerry. My name is Shola, and I'm here with my fiance, Remy. So we're here to share a testimony of God's miracle in my life. You know, it started from a sickness, malaria, severe malaria, in March, second week of March. So after going to like 2 hospitals, several injections and drugs, it didn't get better. So I had to move to Lagos, you know, where my family was, and I went to the family hospital, and same treatment. They said I still had malaria, and they kept treating, and it also didn't get better. My case was worsening. So we went to go and do some tests and found out that my kidneys were failing. So quickly made a call to a nephrologist, and from the phone he could tell that the case was so bad, you know, but it was amazing. Like, it was surprising within a short time, you know, but you could tell that the case was so bad, and he told me it was an emergency and we should rush down to a government hospital. Right there, I had to go and do another test and found out that my case was worsening, you know, so they had to transfer me to a specialist hospital, where immediately I was sent to the emergency department. And then they looked at me, observed me, and did a lot of tests and found out that my liver was already shutting down. My liver was enlarged, you know, and that my body system was fighting itself, you know, suggesting that I had sepsis.
So on Saturday morning, he started pooping blood clots, like massive blood clots. I've never seen such before. All this while, he had about 7 episodes of that. All this while, his vitals were abnormal. His temperature was elevated. His blood pressure was extremely low. His heart rate was about 202, which is not supposed to be, you know, more than 100 or less than 60. Everything was just going on. He like, for lack of better words, like, he looked lifeless at this point. All this time they're giving him blood, but he just kept losing blood. He had about 17 units of blood. So because the hospital, you know, they didn't know why he was bleeding, they did an endoscopy and a colonoscopy to find the source of the bleeding, but they couldn't find the source because it was too much clots, so they couldn't actually see anything.
While all this was happening, my mom played Lord NSPPD, Lord Show Me Mercy. You know, she just put it in my ear in the morning, and I just kept saying amen. I didn't have so much strength.
And Pastor Jerry will mention our case. He mentioned the multiple organ failure, which is what was going on with him.
Multiple organ failure, multiple organ failure. I decree, let it be reversed right now.
The bleeding, the
internal bleeding,
yeah, everything.
I don't know what is causing this internal bleeding, but I command, let it be reversed. Let it be reversed.
You know, we would look at each other like, oh my God, that's us. We'll key into it, and you know, we'll say amen, and
the bleeding stopped.
Yeah. He didn't need vent anymore. He was able to breathe on his own. He didn't even need the regular nasal cannula anymore.
And then, because of how quick I was able to recover, the doctors were actually very shocked, because they rushed into my room, and so I was up, and they were like, how can you be up so fast, and everything.
The liver, you know, everything was fine again. The kidneys as well. He didn't need dialysis. The temperature that was over 38, 39 became 36.2, 36.9. The blood pressure was normal as well. You know, everything, heart rate, oxygen, everything was normal again. And we're able to discharge. We walked, as a matter of fact, they walked out of the hospital with his legs. They wanted to use a wheelchair.
I refused. I had to walk myself.
He walked himself out, and we just give God all the glory, because what the enemy meant for evil for us, God turned it around. He made it a testimony for us. We just want to say thank you to all the pastors, to everyone behind the scenes. We give God all the glory. Cool. We thank you guys as well.
Thank you, Pastor Jerry.
What God cannot do does not exist.
And I would like to add to encourage anyone: if God can do this for me, God can do this for you, no matter your situation. Everything happened back to back. The enemy did not even give us space to breathe. You know, it happened within 13 days, back to back, everything. But I'm here standing, I'm here living. You know, it's a miracle. So what God cannot do does not exist.
Celebrate the Lord, NSPBDS. Celebrate the Lord. 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 What God cannot do. Now, the more you shout, the more your own miracle will start happening right now. Celebrate the Lord. Celebrate the Lord. Give the Lord a loud shout. The devil is a bastard.